equals sine double angle. What is the rule of sine double angle? Sine 2x equals from the secondary or the last year 2 sine x cosine x. What is the rule of cosine double angle? Cosine 2x equals what? X in student. X square cosine square of x minus sine power 2 over x. Sine power 2 of x. My dear student, remember there is difference between sine double angle and sine sum of two angles. Sum of two angles is sine A plus B inside bracket equals sine cosine plus cosine sine. Sine A cosine B plus cosine A sine B. But cosine A plus B equal cosine cosine sine sine. Cosine A cosine B minus sine A sine B. Also from the important rules tan double angle. What is the rule of tan double angle? 2 tan A equals 1 minus tan power 2A. What is the rule of tan sum of two angles? Tan A plus B equals tan of the first plus tan of the second over 1 minus tan first times tan second. These important rules, we use it in calculus differentiation. My dear student, look at the solution of this example. Y equals sine 2x cosine 2x. Required y double dash pi over 3. Choose the correct answer. Negative 4, 0, 4 root 3 or 8. My dear student, y equals half sine 4x. Why? Because sine double x equal 2 sine x cosine x. But in this example, sine 2x cosine 2x became sine 4x divided 2 or half sine 4x. Then y dash equals what? X in student. 4 times half cosine 4x. Then y double dash or second derivative 4 times 2 equals 8. What is the derivative of cosine negative sine 4x? By substitution about x equals 60, then answer is 4 root 3. F of x equal x e power negative 2x. What is the value of first derivative when x equals 1 over 2? Or f dash of 1 over 2 equals what? 0, number 2e, number 3e square, number 4 e power negative 1. My dear student, we have x e power negative 2x. The required, the first derivative when x equals 1 over 2. My dear student, what is the rule when use x e power negative 2x? X and student first derivative second plus second derivative first. What is the first x? What is the second e power negative 2x? What is the derivative of e power negative 2x? X and student negative 2 e power negative 2x. Then use rule of product of two function first derivative second plus second derivative first. Then my dear student, f dash equals e power negative 2x negative 2x e power negative 2x by using x equals 1 over 2. Answer is e power negative 1 minus e power negative 1. The correct answer is 0. F of x equals x square ln x over a. Then d power or the third derivative of the function respect to x at x equals 4. Number 1, 1. Number 2, 2. Number 3, 4. Number 4, 1 over 2. Look at the first dy over dx, first derivative, 2x ln x over a, multiply x over a, multiply 1 over a inside bracket times x squared. Answer is 2x ln x over a plus x. d2y over dx squared, second derivative, equals 2 multiply ln, multiply bracket contains ln x over a plus a over x plus 1 over a x plus 1. Then by using like terms, then 2 multiply ln x over a plus 1. What is the third derivative of y? Third derivative, 2 multiply bracket contains x over a plus 1 over a equals 2 over x equals 1 over 2. My dear student, the sides of a right triangle with legs x and y and hypotenuse z increases in such a way that dz over dt, what you mean of dz, change of the rate of a change of hypotenuse respect to time t, dz over dt 1 and dx over dt 3 dz over dt. What you mean? dz over dt equals 1 and dz over dt equals 3 times dz over dt. At the instant 1, x equals 0 and y equals 3. What is the required? Find dx over dt. Choose the correct answer. dx over dt equals 1 or 5 or 2 or 1/3. Look at, my dear student, we have right angle triangle. The right angle triangle, two legs x and y, hypotenuse z. Pythagoras theorem, x squared plus y squared plus equals z squared, hypotenuse squared. Differentiation respect to time t, then 2x dx over dt plus 2y dy over dt equals 2z dz over dt. My dear student, x dx over dt divided by 2 each term plus y dy over dt equals z dz over dt. My dear student, we know that by substitution, then 4 dx over dt plus 3 times third dx over dt equals 5 times 1. We know that the value of x 4, value of y 3 and value of z 5. If we have two legs, two right angles, two sides of two right angles, 1 4 1 3, then hypotenuse 5, then the value of dx over dt by using calculators equals 1. dx over dt, rate of change of x respect to time t equals 1. Now we are translate to another example. A body moves on the curve y equals y squared equal x squared x power 3 f dx over dt equals 1 over 2 Then when y equals negative 1, then what is dy over dt at this moment? Unit per second. dy over dt, negative 3/4, negative 3 over 8, 3/4, or 3 over 2. Look at, my dear student, we have 2y dy over dt equal 3x squared dx over dt. By using the first equation, y squared equal x power 3, by using the first derivative from left hand side and right hand side. Then when y equals negative 1, by substitution to find the value of x equals 1. Then by substitution about y equals negative 1, x equals 1 in equation, and dy over dt to calculate it, to find the value of dy over dt by substitution about y negative 1, dy over dx over dt equal 1 over 2, then dy over dt equals negative 3/4. My dear student, look at, if we have limit when h tends to 0. This limit, cosine pi over 3 plus h minus 1 over 2 over h. What is the value of this limit? Is 1 over 2, root 3 over 2, negative 1 over 2, or negative root 3 over 2. My dear student, look at the limit. When limit cosine pi over 3 plus h minus 1 over 2, we can replace 1 over 2 by using cosine pi over 3. To use cosine pi over 3, replace it with 1 over 2. Then answer is d over dx cosine x negative sine x. We know that differentiation of cosine equal negative sine 60 equal negative root 3 over 2. My dear student, now we are translate to important example. Find the two dimensions of a rectangle which has the biggest area, and it can be drawn inside a triangle whose base length is 16 centimeter. Remember, my dear student, find the two dimensions of a rectangle which has the biggest area, and it can be drawn inside a triangle whose base length is 16 centimeter. And its height is 12 centimeter, such that one of each sides lies on the base of the triangle. And the two verses of opposite side lie on the two other sides of the triangle. My dear student, to calculate the biggest, we model the problem according to the given data and construction